10 ways Vegas going to change big time going forward in the future. Positive changes coming up in Las Vegas experience. In my opinion, none of these are in concrete, so you're just going to have to go what I think. This is going to be a good video, a positive video. By the way, there's two things. First isn't even about me. It's about Albert Alvarado. I'm giving him a shout out. He's the highest level Patreon. I have one other person like that, but this is his shout out. I should have been doing these the whole time, so I'll be shouting out the Patreon people coming up soon. But Albert said he comes to Vegas 10 times a year. He loves it here. His family has made it a second home when they come on vacation, and he was amazing, and I don't even know what to do for the guy. I mean, and his family, they give a ridiculous amount on a monthly basis. Wow, guys, I'm so honored. But thank you also. The second thing is 20,000 subscribers. I am floored. I never thought I would hit 100 subscribers 14 months ago. So wow, thank you guys for that as well. But these are 10 ways that Vegas is going to change big time going into the future. My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. Like, share, subscribe to videos. Hit the bell for future notifications if you guys want to be notified, and tell me what you think of these proposed things that I think are going to change. Do you think they're going to change, or do you have a change that you guys want to have covered? If you want to be in those credits, go on Patreon. And also, if you like merchandise and stuff like that, go on to the Teespring store. But these are 10 things that I think are going to happen. So number one, I think it's going to be a lot cleaner everywhere you go. This might go without saying, but Vegas does things and innovates and does things on a level that nobody does. I imagine there's technologies coming out that when I learn about them, I'll report here on the channel. That will mean a more disinfected, cleaner, tracked, more organized Las Vegas than we've ever had before. We've already had the wind saying that they're going to be laundering the rooms every single time they do a room changeover, not just when a guest checks in and checks out. I mean, I think the era of please place your towels into the bathtub if you want them cleaned is over. I think we have to clean more in Las Vegas. Hand sanitizer everywhere. Hand sanitization stations everywhere. Improved filters going into the hotel circulation. Maybe somebody innovates and makes a filter that stops this horrible thing from passing from room to room. These kinds of changes are on the horizon for Vegas. I imagine it'll be a good thing when it does happen, and I imagine that we're going to see a cleaner Las Vegas for all. That will be a positive thing. Number two, I do imagine amazing deals are going to abound everywhere. We already have people getting offers and looking down the line and seeing that rooms and flights are incredibly cheap for when the hotels think you can book something. That's a good thing because we all need a bit of a break. Give me a break, give me a break, break me off a piece of that amazing deal in Las Vegas. I think that's how the slogan goes. Does it go differently? You tell me in the comments below. But amazing deals will bring people back to Las Vegas and get them used to the idea of vacationing, even if it's in the new era of what's going to happen in Vegas, even if it's in that new part of the city, even if it's in that new way that things are going to be happening, because things are happening new and things are going to happen differently. Number three, I think, and I know for the fact that there's going to be suspension of resort fees, at least till the end of the year. The Sahara, formerly known as the SLS, formerly known as the Sahara, funny how those things go in a circle, has already put out some emails to their members saying that they're going to be suspending the resort fees until December, I think it was. Now, with the suspension of resort fees from smaller properties, harkens the possibility that we could have the suspension of resort fees from the bigger companies. And if one bigger company like MGM or Caesars decides to get rid of the resort fees at their properties, usually the other properties follow suit because everybody plays follow the leader. So all we need is one big company deciding that it's going to take resort fee suspension to get people back into town. And if people get used to that, it could extend on further depending on how many people are here. So I expect those resort fees might fall by the wayside, resort by resort coming up in the future. Sahara's not a little property. It's not a mom and pop off the strip, but it's going to be a nice one to have to be able to stay without the resort fees. Number four, it's going to be reduced capacity at the hotels, a little bit more of a chill environment, less crush of people everywhere you go. As we have the economy restarting and rebooting eventually, people are going to be coming back when they can come back. But the resorts are going to be trying to reduce the capacity inside for social distancing reasons. So we're going to have less people in the door of those resorts. Maybe a little bit more breathing space. Maybe a little less smoke in your face. And not on the list is the cessation of smoking in the casinos. Nobody said that. I don't suspect that's going to happen. but at least less people inside of those casinos that are here will be a benefit for people to come in and enjoy Vegas at a pace that nobody's knowing. The whole world is in a slowdown right now. Vegas will be no different coming up. Number 5, be prepared to wait a bit more when you come into Las Vegas. This will just be a case of trying to keep people in the flow of people in and out of the buildings, but it's going to be something good when you think about it, because it's going to allow you to enjoy that slower pace we harken back to at the first point. Whether it means that you're going to be waiting outside is going to be a pain, but maybe we'll see a return of all those misting machines that we had in the 90s, where everywhere you went there was a nice cool mist blowing outside. Maybe we'll see more attractions outside if people are waiting more, but that leads us to a later point in this video for the attractions outside. Number 6, everyone will treat you super duper nice. I know people complain, and I've seen it too. The whole deal with people smiling at you in Vegas seems to be a forgotten thing. We had a friend that worked for Station Casinos many, many moons ago over at the Palace Station, and over almost 15 years ago, she got let go because she was written up for not smiling when a secret shopper went up to her. And then the second secret shopper, she had an attitude again, and they let her go because of that. That was the way Vegas used to operate a long time ago. I suspect that will be the case now. I think that people are going to be at least genuinely happy to see the general public come back in, even if it means they're wearing a mask at work and all these kinds of things that are a pain in the butt. But people will be genuinely happy that you're even here. They will give you a little bit more of a positive attitude to try to make you feel more like you're at home and you belong as a tourist. We're honored to have you here, so why don't we treat you like we're honored to have you here? And I think people are going to be happier to see you. I think it's going to be more of a place where you're treated with respect when you come back into town. Number 7, this one is the only negative on the list. Possible hothead idiots that decide that they're going to be confrontational with you. I've had this a few times in the real life off the strip that we have here in Las Vegas. You might have had it too wherever you are. You get that one guy that wants you to be 30 feet away at all times. He's going to act like a dummy. That might happen, but don't worry if that happens, because security will be on that. If you look at the Wynn's plan, security is going to be watching a lot harder at the Wynn. I imagine it's going to be a lot harder to be a hothead in Las Vegas, but you might get that going forward because people react differently when we're up against something this big. Number 8, more off the strip stuff to go see and do. With the perspective of not having as much time in the casinos because of social distancing and all this stuff, I would say you'll be better off to rent a car and go off the strip and see some of the stuff that Vegas has to offer. Go into Chinatown, go down to Henderson, see the Hoover Dam if you never went. Go out to Red Rock Canyon, Mount Charleston, the Valley of Fire. Take that trip to Palm Springs that you've never taken before. Put that into your budget because you're going to want to see off the strip more. The city has a lot more to offer than people imagine, so it might be a good idea to do that. So if it costs money to rent a car, put that into your trip. Maybe you're going to want to see off the strip. I know I tell people go off the strip all the time. It's totally worth it. Number 9, more free attractions. Why not? You know, they build their free attractions to be driving people to Las Vegas. Now people got into the habit before all this of coming to Vegas, and then we say, okay, you're coming to Vegas, great, we can take away all the free attractions. One by one, they were replaced by paid attractions. But if people have to be outside a lot more, if people are going to be waiting to go into hotels and casinos, maybe waiting for a text on their phone to say they're okay to go to that event or to that thing that they want to check out because they were waiting in line and they don't want to wait in line for 3 hours, put some more free stuff outside. Get people a reason to stay on the strip when they have to be in the open air. Even if it means they have to be in the heat, give them something to go and do. You know, there can only be so much stuff that you can do in Vegas when you're waiting for things. So build some more of those. I could see that being a capital investment that the casinos make. And number 10, appreciation for what you had before, and that the fact that you can even travel to a place that has done everything they can to show you it's a safe place to be and get you back in the door. Appreciation for what we have and what we are dealing with right now in front of us. But hey, there is that place that you can go and get away. They're going to cater to you. They're going to be nicer to you. The rooms are going to be super clean. They're going to build some stuff for you to check out and see. And we're going to all work through this together, and we're working hard to make it better experience for you here in Sin City. Because it really is about the end user experience. The reason why people love Mac or Apple products is because they just work very, very well, and they sell that user experience to people. So if Vegas sells the user experience and you have an appreciation that it even exists, that's going to be something that we can look forward to in the future. And those, my friends, are 10 things that you guys can look forward to coming into a new Vegas, in my opinion. None of these have been confirmed, but it's just things that I've seen here after 15 years being in this city that I think they're going to have to do going forward. If anybody's listening out there, hopefully they see this video and it's a good idea for them. Speaking of which, 20,000 of you guys have given me your trust, and I want to thank you for that. And please subscribe, like, share, hit the bell for future notifications, leave us a comment. And if you want to be like Albert Alvarado, over on the Patreon, you guys can be in the credits and get videos that I don't do right here on YouTube. I posted up a walkthrough of Little Baja, which is a really cool place that sells super high-end fountains and stuff here in town. I do stuff like that on the Patreon because it helps me be creative and lets me give a little bit back to the people who trust me to make content for them. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Join me for the live stream, 7:45 p.m. I gotta go because my GoPro here is running out of battery. So this is the time of the video where I say 3, 2, 1, click. Hope you like the succulent garden. The wife is putting it together. It's looking pretty good. I love it. She is so creative. You guys are awesome. 3, 2, 1. Thanks again for everything, and click.
Thank you.